I found out I wasn't family anymore while I was wiping glitter off my 5-year-old's cheek. 1 second I was a dad, the next I was a trespasser in my own bloodline. And the worst part? I smiled, hit like, and wrote the comment that burned the whole house down. Stay with me. Because what happened next still keeps me awake, tasting metal. My name is Elias. 37. Single dad. I write horror movies for a living, which means I spend my days inventing monsters while the real ones send me Christmas cards. I live in a shoebox apartment that smells like crayons and burnt toast. 2 kids, 1 income, 0 safety net. Every morning I braid Luna's hair while Milo hums the Imperial March because he thinks it's about dinosaurs. We have a calendar on the fridge held up with magnets shaped like tiny tacos. Every square is full. School runs, dentist, deadline, grocery, rewrite, bedtime, repeat. The rhythm used to feel safe. Until December 28th, when the rhythm snapped. I was strapping Milo into his car seat when the text arrived from Mom. Eli, your father, and I talked. It's better if you and the kids sit out New Year's Eve this year. Just family. Less noise. Less noise. That's what she called my children. I read it 3 times, thumb hovering, heart punching ribs. Luna asked why I was breathing funny. I told her the car was cold. Then I called Mom. She answered like she'd rehearsed. Eli, please don't make this a thing. Dad's voice floated in the background, we're keeping it peaceful, son. Peaceful. Translation, you stress us out. Your kids are too much. You ask too many questions. I said, got it, and hung up before the rage reached my mouth. That night the kids fell asleep wearing cardboard crowns we made out of cereal boxes. I poured cereal for myself, dinner of champions, and opened Facebook. There it was. My brother Caleb's post. Golden filter, string lights, Mom laughing with a champagne flute. Dad carving him like he invented joy. Caleb's arm around our cousins. Caption, family only. No chaos allowed winking face. I stared until the letters blurred. Chaos. That's me now. The older brother who once paid their property taxes so the bank wouldn't take the house they just banned me from. I liked the photo. Then I commented. Beautiful night. Mortgage, taxes, and every emergency from the last 4 years are officially yours now. Enjoy the peace. I hit send, turned my phone face down, and waited for the explosion. It took exactly 9 minutes. First the post disappeared. Then the calls came like gunshots. Mom. Dad. Caleb. Mom again. Unknown numbers. I let them ring. I sat on the kitchen floor, back against the cabinets, listening to my own pulse. And I remembered the first time I realized love could be a loan they never planned to repay. I was 24, fresh off my first paid script. Dad called, the furnace died. Can you spot us $2,000 till tax season? I Venmo'd it before he finished the sentence. That was the beginning. Car repair. Medical deductible. Caleb's DUI lawyer. Mom's little cruise when Dad's heart flickered. Caleb's wedding deposit when his bonus got delayed. Every time I said yes because I thought that's what big brothers do. Because Mom would cry if I said no. Because Dad would sigh, we always knew Caleb would fly, but you, Eli, you're the steady one. Steady. That's code for ATM with abandonment issues. 2 years ago they asked me to witness a trust. Just sign here, son. Caleb's buddy wrote it up. Saves lawyer fees. I read it at 2 a.m. between school lunches. Irrevocable. My name listed as co-trustee. I texted Dad, this locks everything. We should talk to a real attorney. He replied, don't be theatrical. A week later I found the signed copy in their kitchen. My signature was there, perfect loops, perfect slant, except I'd never touched the pen. Mom shrugged. We used an old scan. You were busy. Busy raising your grandchildren alone while you planned a future that erased me. I never confronted them. I just started a hidden folder on my laptop called Receipts. Every transfer. Every memo line. Water heater. Root canal dad. Caleb bachelor party. Property tax surprise. I told myself I wasn't counting. I was documenting. There's a difference when you're scared to explode. Back to the night of the comment. The family group chat went nuclear. Mom, delete it now. You're embarrassing us. Dad, this isn't how you handle money in a family. Caleb, bro, you just torched your own reputation. Take it down. I uploaded 4 screenshots. Clean. No captions. Just dates and dollar signs adding up to more than my yearly salary. Then I wrote, Happy New Year. I'm no longer accepting the role of invisible donor. The chat went dead for 17 beautiful seconds. Then Mom tried guilt. Dad tried spreadsheets. Caleb tried calling me unhinged. I muted everything, kissed my sleeping kids on their sticky foreheads, and went to bed feeling something I hadn't felt in years. Light. Next morning I made pancakes shaped like moons because Luna asked. Phone on the counter, 112 missed calls, 87 texts. Dad had created a Google Sheet titled, Family Contributions 2026, with my name in column A and projected monthly amounts in column B. I laughed so hard syrup came out my nose. Then I typed one message and left the chat forever. Send payments to the college funds I just opened for Luna and Milo. Or don't. Either way, the Bank of Eli is closed. They showed up at 1:57 p.m. Both of them. Mom clutching a manila folder like a shield. Dad's jaw locked so tight I could hear it click. The kids were at their mom's, I'd planned it that way. We sat in my living room surrounded by plastic dinosaurs and half-finished Lego sets. Mom started crying immediately, quiet, practice tears. Dad opened with, You've made your point. I slid a single sheet across the coffee table. Total owed, $84,700. Plus interest I never charged. Below it, 5 bullet points. My new family constitution. No more unsigned documents. No more exclusion of my children. No more emergencies require 30 days notice and a repayment plan. I will not be spoken about as the problem when I stop being the solution. Mom whispered, You're breaking my heart. I answered, You broke mine in increments. I'm just returning the pieces. Dad tried bargaining. We'll pay half by summer. I said, You'll pay all of it, on a schedule, or I file in small claims. Your choice. Silence stretched like a wire. Then Mom did something that almost undid me. She pulled out a Valentine I made in 2nd grade. Red construction paper, glitter glue bleeding everywhere. Inside, in purple marker. I love you bigger than the whole world. I will take care of you forever. She laid it on top of my ledger like it could cancel the numbers. I stared at my 7-year-old handwriting and felt 8 years old again. Then I felt 37. I said, I kept that promise longer than anyone should have to. Dad's shoulders folded. He looked suddenly old. We thought you'd always be there, he said. I am, I answered. Just not for free anymore. Here's the part one didn't see coming. The part that still feels like a blade between my ribs. After they left, I opened the mailbox. Inside was an envelope from Caleb. No stamp. Hand-delivered. Inside, a single check for $30,000 and a note in his perfect prep school cursive. This squares us. I sold the Rolex you bought me for graduation. Consider the rest a gift so you'll shut up and come back to family dinners. We look bad without you. I stared at the check. Then I took a photo, endorsed it, pay to the order of Luna and Milo College Fund. And deposited it through my phone. Texted him the receipt. No message. Just the receipt. He blocked me 30 seconds later. That was 3 weeks ago. They haven't called. The invitations stopped. The group chats are silent. My kids still ask when we're seeing Grandma. I tell them when she's ready to love us without a price tag. Some nights I sit in the dark and wonder if I'm the monster now. Other nights I sleep better than I have in a decade. Because for the first time, the story isn't about how much I can carry. It's about how much I'm willing to put down. So here's my question to you, the one that still claws at 3 a.m. If your own parents weigh your love in dollars and find you wanting. If the brother you carried sells your childhood gifts to buy your silence. Do you forgive them to keep the word family alive? Or do you walk away and let them learn what the word actually costs? Tell me in the comments. Because I still don't know what kind of man I am. Only the kind I refuse to be anymore.